I am the last human on the earth, but my door is knocked down once every 20 years. I hold the kitchen knife tightly and stare at the iron door. 3 seconds later, I heard a laugh. I'm so familiar with this laugh. For many years, I have heard this laugh every time I knock on the door. Today, I'm going to see who is laughing. When the last nuclear bomb fell, I was cleaning cans in the basement. The last thing I heard was my dad shouting upstairs, "Don't come out." After a huge sound, the whole world is quiet. I was obedient and didn't go out. I was 19 years old that year. Now, I don't know how old I am. The wall is full of Chinese characters. I carved a whole wall. Then I thought it was boring, so I didn't carve it.
The most things in the basement are cans, lunch meat, peaches, toadfish. I haven't finished it for 30 years. My dad used to make cans. This is probably the most useful legacy he left me. I don't know what's going on the ground. I dare not go out. In the first few years, I could still hear some sounds from the vent. Explosions, wind, rain, and everything was gone. The whole world was silenced. That's it. There's everything in the basement. A generator, a water purifier, thousands of books, an old DVD player, hundreds of CDs. My dad was a hoarder. Everything he hoarded made me alive. I'm the last living person on Earth. I didn't guess it. I knew it. In the 3rd year after the nuclear bomb fell, I tried to use a radio to collect signals. All channels were silenced. In the 5th year, I tried to open the iron door leading to the 1st floor, but I just put my hand on it, and it was locked again. It's too quiet outside. It's scary to be quiet. Then I gave up all hope and spent almost all my time on 2 things, reading and zoning out. Sometimes I would talk to myself, or even talk to friends who didn't exist.
Loneliness is like pain at first. Then it's like itch. Then it's like breathing. You can't feel it, but it's always there. Until the 20th year, I was reading on the sofa. I stared at the iron door. My mind was blank. Is there anyone outside? I didn't dare to make a sound. The knocking outside was irregular.
Then it knocked again, but there was no one.
I didn't sleep that night. I stared at the iron door all night. I had a lot of possibilities in my mind. Survivors? Impossible. It's been 10 years. There must be something that should have come earlier. Animals? What animals knock on the door? The wind blows? The wind won't knock so hard. The next day, I plucked up the courage to open the iron door. It's the stairs leading to the 1st floor. The sun shines through the broken window. The air smells like dust. There's nothing on the stairs. No footprints. There's no sign of anyone coming. After the door was locked, I sat back on the sofa. It's like a stone thrown into the dead water, and the water was calm again.
In the 40th year, my body was in good condition. It was so good that it was strange. I've never been sick in the past 40 years. I didn't even catch a cold. My hair wasn't white. My eyes weren't blurry. My body was like a pause button. The knocking outside came back again. I reacted quickly this time. It was almost a knocking sound. I rushed over and opened the door. There was nothing. The stairs were dusty and empty. I started to wonder if I was crazy. Maybe there was no knocking at all. It's my brain that's wrong. I've been alone for a long time. Any illusion is possible. But since then, I've been clearing a wall to record every knocking sound. The first time was in the 20th year. First it was a mess, then it was a knock. The second time was in the 40th year. The third time was in the 60th year. The third knock was light. Then the 6th and 7th knock was heavy. The last knock was light. The 4th time was in the 80th year. I knocked a dozen times. I stopped in the middle and knocked again. There was no rule for knocking.
But there is one thing that is the same. The price of knocking every time is about 20 years. What in the world appears once every 20 years? The rhythm of knocking is different every time. I can't think of an answer, but I've decided one thing. The next time I knock, I must catch it. In the first 100 years, I would stand at the door every day and wait for the knocking sound. I put a lot of tonics outside the door to be fully prepared. Even so, I kept my vigilance at all times. Finally, the knocking sound was heard again. I opened the door fiercely. It was empty outside the door. The tonic didn't start. It's like the knocking thing doesn't need to stand in front of the door to knock on this door. I stood at the door with a kitchen knife like a fool. I was lying on the sofa. A ridiculous idea came up. I should have died long ago. Nuclear radiation, old age, disease. I should have died anyway, but I've lived for more than 100 years. My body is fine.
It's not normal. It's too abnormal. Unless I'm not alone. Unless something keeps looking at me. In the second 100 years, I memorized all the books. I memorized them all. I drew world-famous paintings on the wall. I don't know how many times I drew these. Although I still can't draw well, I can see what they are. I even wrote an autobiography. I wrote hundreds of thousands of words. The book is called The Last Person. In the 10th knocking, I'm no longer the young man. I listened to it quietly. Maybe I've never listened to it carefully before. This time, I heard a very light footstep. Then I heard a squeaky sound like talking. It's like 2 people talking. Then there was a laugh. That laugh made me feel cold. It's not a laugh. It's not a laugh. It's the kind of laugh you make when you see a monkey doing strange things in the zoo. I was about to go crazy. I couldn't help but push the door open. There was no one outside. This time I decided to go out. I know it's stupid. There may be radiation outside. There may be danger. There may be something more terrible than death.
But I've had enough. I took a deep breath and came to a ruin. I looked up at the sky. No, it can't be called the sky anymore. The whole earth is enshrouded in a huge transparent cover. The ruins are still ruins, but outside this huge cover, I saw them wearing uniforms. They stood outside the cover and stared at me curiously. The whole earth is like a huge zoo. They are in line to watch the last monkey in the zoo. Ruins are not only a zoo, but also a performance. I finally understood where the knocking sound came from.